Gypsy's Creative Creation. My name is Stephanie, and I will be showing you how to make a Black Girl Magic Weather or Afro Weather. That's what they're named. I'm just going to put it together and wing it, and hopefully it comes out well. So if you're new to my channel and love creative DIYs or just crafting in general, please hit the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the bell button, that way you get a notification every time I upload a video. So first thing you'll need 6 of these mesh rolls from the Dollar Tree in any color that you like. She wanted the brown with the gold little, it's like a little gold insert there. These were in the harvest section, so I don't know if they still carry these in stock or not. You'll need 4 of these. You'll need some pipe cleaners and just cut them in half. You'll need a 8-inch weather wreath, and these come in a 2-pack at the Dollar Tree as well. You'll need a scarf of your choosing. Now this scarf is kind of big, so I'm just going to cut it down in half, so you'll only need half of this scarf. And then next thing, I actually made this. I traced out a silhouette. I got a piece of cardboard from, or not cardboard, styrofoam board from the Dollar Tree, and I traced the silhouette onto the styrofoam, and then I painted it. So I would say just find a silhouette that you like and trace it. Now I traced this one with no hair because I'm making the hair, so I didn't really want it to be too big, because if you notice the 8-inch reform, it fits in there perfectly for the hair. So yeah, that's what I did as far as her face goes, and then of course I added jewelry here. But yeah, let me go ahead and get started. So I cut all of my rolls to 30 inches long, and I did that because I want them to be able to stretch out like that, where it looks like curly hair. So you're going to start off where I always start off, right here, and start off on the bottom. So you're starting off on the bottom because you need it to be full right here in the center, and not be showing the wire at all. Now as far as the pipe cleaners go, you could pick any color you want on the pipe cleaners. I just went with a light brown. You can go with a dark brown or a black. It really doesn't matter, just because you won't be able to see it once the reform is made. And what I'm doing is I'm not only putting one on the bottom, one in the middle, and then I'll go on. I usually don't do the top line. I usually try to stay around the center in the middle, because the top line you won't be able to see it once you put in the bottom and stuff. And go ahead and pop your curls now. And what I mean by that is, if you want your curls to be long, go ahead and make the form, because if you tie it down short, you won't be able to stretch it out. once you cut the scarf in half, you want to fold it in half as well. Make sure you have the bright side out. And then what we're going to do is place it on the table in an angle already. And then you're going to take your wreath form with the head attached to it. Now some of the hair in the bottom is what we're going to use to fill in this proportion. So you need to shove it inwards, that way it has a good grip. And then you're going to take your scarf and then just kind of like push the hair down and kind of like place the scarf where you're wanting it or how you want it to look like. So usually I try to press it down into the scarf, like, or into the hair. And then this proportion here, you want to fold it. You probably want to fold it before you put it over the hair. So let's go ahead and just fold that inwards. Alright. You fold that inwards. Take the hair. And some of it's going to get pushed down into the scarf here, but that kind of holds the scarf in place. Let's see here. And then it's also good to check the back, because you want the back to grip just as well as the front is. And then sometimes you could take this scarf to give you a little bit more leverage, run it through the wreath form just like that, and then flip it back over. And then just tie a knot in the front, just like you would if it was your own hair. Like that. And then this is where you have to be a little more tedious, because you kind of want there to be a little bit more string on the back than the front. So, and then keep that bottom part folded over. And this is what I mean about it's going to take you a couple times to get it straightened out. Just make sure when you're picking out your scarf fabric that it's pretty durable and that it doesn't snag easily. And that's important, because the mesh will actually snag the heck out of a scarf if it's too silky. So you kind of want to be real careful about what type of scarf you pick out. This particular scarf, the ones at Dollar Tree do not work. They snag real easy. They have runs in them. This one I found at the Carm store for I think like $3. That's where I would go. Salvation Army, Carm store, Goodwill, yard sales. You could probably find some real pretty ones at yard sales and probably pay way less. And then I like to get the bigger ones just because you could cut them down and use them for 2 different ones instead of 1. So I wouldn't particularly say go get the small ones, just because you get at least 2 good wreath forms from a larger scarf. So what I like to do is tie it off and then kind of tweak it. I can't see it that way. Let's see here. Because you want it to fall on her face properly, and then you want it to be higher on the back than it is the front. And You see how it's snagging? That's what I'm talking about. Alright guys, I'm not even going to lie to you. Putting on the scarf was a little bit more tedious than I thought it was going to be. So make sure you have it where you want it at. And I really like where it's at right now. And I even ran it through in the back. I ran it through the wreath form right there just to give it a little bit more support. And as you can tell, the back is a whole lot more longer than the front. But what I'm going to do is in the front is what I'm going to take care of first. And I'm going to take this and I'm just going to put some hot glue and seam it along her face. That way it's cute. So any type of little threads that you have coming out, because the mesh likes to de-thread itself, as you can tell, just snip it off, because I really cannot stand that. You're going to get your hot glue gun and we're going to gently place it along her face, and then just take this and kind of press it down. Now don't worry about the back part, because we'll take care of that next. So just gently press it down where you want it to be at. And of course, you know, some of this mesh is in the bottom to make it look like a full set of hairs down there. And just do small sections at a time. That way you can see where you're placing your headscarf at. And as you can tell, I like to give mine jewelry. Give her a necklace and like a neckline. You could also give her earrings if you like, or you can draw it on there, which I have done that before on a previous form that I made for someone else. But I've noticed with these, you could go and like have, I like to make pretty hoop earrings. So just, you can have it going like that, like it's a hoop, and it's like semi under her earring. Or you can just do a single, it doesn't really matter. Completely up to you what you want to give her. And give her earrings like that. I think that's cute. And then just remember to do the hot glue really slowly on here, because you want to make sure, and just do it in small sections. Because if you do it in large sections, you might not be able to hold down that much. So as you can tell, it's kind of hanging off pretty long back here. You want to try to tuck it in as best as possible, which is probably going to be better if you do it from the back. You could take it and tuck it in like that. But let's take a look and see how it looks in the front. And then you see. So when you tuck it from the back, you just pull it. You see how it tucks it real nice right there? Alright, Alright, and then you flip it back to the back. And of course you have all this extra fabric, but I kind of like to just use it as it is. So just make sure that the front looks good, because that is what people's going to see. So just pull it real close like that, and then flip it to the back. And what we're gonna do, see how much extra there is, but we're gonna glue it, and then I'll tuck the rest of it underneath. So I didn't want to cut the scarf any smaller, just because the form wouldn't have came out as nice as it did. But the extra fabric, I kind of just like to use it as like, make it look like his hair stuffed underneath the thing here. And I did not paint the back. That's completely up to you if you want to paint both sides. And like I said, when it comes to the actual facial form, I just found a silhouette that was real pretty online. And I didn't give her the hair just because you see how much I'm doing to her head. I'm gluing all this fabric and stuff. So let me flip her back over and see how the front looks. Okay, so you see how her forehead is kind of open like this? And that's what I mean, when you're putting this on there, you want to make sure it looks as real as possible. So what you can do is just glue a little bit of that fabric like that to come around on her head. So just kind of gently come this way, and there we go. So when the glue's down there like that, I just take a pair of scissors and swipe it out, because my hot glue gun had burned me before really bad, and I don't like to use my fingers. So now, as far as the rest of the fabric, I am going to shove it right up into this hole right here. And this right here, I'm going to actually glue it to make it look like the tie is right there. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue there and just dab it gently. And then of course, to get it out of her face, put another dab right there. There we go. So it leaves you with this access right here. So what you need to do is kind of just create a fold here and just hot glue it down. Don't be shy with the hot glue here, because that fabric will stick. Maybe I put too much hot glue. And you can peel that off after it dries. Just make sure not to get your finger in it, because it is hot and it will burn you. And I don't like to leave open spaces on wreaths, just because, you know, there's things that live around your door, like spiders, and they're not very nice, and they like to hide in little cracks and crevices. So so that's it. If y'all like my video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and if you happen to make one, I would love to see your idea. You could tag me on Instagram. I'm also on Facebook. I have an Etsy shop you could check out. I would love to see more of these made. I haven't seen too many of them to even reference by. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.